Okay, the last two problems today involve the surface area of a cone or a pyramid. And again, this may or may not be something you covered before. I don't know. I don't think it's a very commonly covered topic in junior high. I know not in elementary school at all, but I don't know if they get to it in junior high or not. So maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. First thing I want to bring to your attention is the difference between the perpendicular height and the slant height. All right, so every time you look at these problems, perpendicular height if we're doing volume, slant height if we're doing surface area. And this surface area formula is not the same, not even sort of the same as the surface area formula of the prism or cylinder. The prism or cylinder one was 2b plus pH, right? 2b is the area of the two bases, right? And pH was the area of the sides. And that's what we did for the prism or cylinder. For this, notice a cone or a pyramid, I just did a cone here, has only one base. So B is the area of that base, and 1/2 PL is the area of the side. If you want to call it sides, it's really just one side. So in other words, if I were to, let's say I had this cone and I were to cut off the bottom, and then I cut along here so it just kind of laid flat out. It would have some weird shape, it's called a net, but the area of the part that's not the base would be 1/2 PL. That's the formula. Okay, the process is just like it has been. You draw the base, whatever it is, find the area and perimeter of the two-dimensional base. So there's an area formula, there's a perimeter formula, maybe. Perimeter could just be out of all the sides. If it's got circular sides, 2 pi r for a whole circle, pi r for half a circle. But you should be able to find the length of every side, add them up for perimeter, find the area using an appropriate formula. Once you got both of these numbers, slant height is going to be, by inspection, it's going to be the slanty side on the object. Okay? And once you have all three of those numbers, just apply the formula. B plus 1/2 P, I'll get you the surface area. Example 72.5. Find the surface area of this regular square pyramid. Dimensions are in centimeters. So, what kind of base is the base?
A square.
It's a square. Okay, and it's very important. It didn't say rectangular pyramid, it says square pyramid, because they only gave me one side.
So that means every side is the same.
Every side is going to be 6 because it's a square. It's very important that you read the problem carefully to establish. They usually identify what kind of shape the base is in the name of the pyramid. So when it says square pyramid, the base is a square. Again, my job is to find B, P, and L. B is the area of this square. Area is 6 times 6, which is 36. Perimeter is the sum of all four sides, which is going to be 24. 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Or, for a square, 4 times length of one side works also. And then for slant height, again, slant height, this here I need to go look at the three-dimensional picture. I'm looking for a distance from the tip to the edge. The perpendicular height goes to the center, right? But the slant height goes from the tip to the edge. It'll be perpendicular there, but it's not perpendicular. So like imagine it's slanting here, right? So it's not perpendicular here, but it's perpendicular if you look straight on the side here. Right there at the bottom it's perpendicular. Does that make sense?
Yes.
As far as that's concerned. So 5 is the slant height. Basically, if you have a number along the edge, that's the slant height. All right? You can visualize it and it looks slanted. All right, otherwise, the slant height might be listed up in the words also. They should actually use the words slant height. Once I identify these three numbers, again, my surface area formula is B plus 1/2 PL. B is 36. 1/2 times 24 times 5. Multiply first before you add, so 36 just comes along for the ride for a minute. 1/2 of 24 is 12. 12 times 5 is 60. Once we get both numbers, 36 and 60 add up to 96. Unit of length is centimeters, and we're doing area, so it's square centimeters. So again, I should say, a surface area of a cone or pyramid. Again, that's about what your paper should look like. I should see a two-dimensional picture drawn with appropriate dimensions labeled. Give me the area and perimeter of that base. Again, these two numbers came directly from that figure. I didn't even look over there when I did that. Right there. L comes from the three-dimensional picture. You don't have to draw the three-dimensional picture. I'll believe you saw in your book there was a 5 slanty over there, so you put a 5 over here. Once you get all three of these numbers, apply the formula correctly, and you're good to go.